This is the Big O Show.
There's just one place where you can drive the new 2025 Acura Integra for only $289 a month. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us number one.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
There's just one place where you can drive the new 2025 Acura RDX for only $399 a month. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us number one.
For over 16 years, EJDConstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDConstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDConstruction.com.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
We're celebrating a new year with new savings at Toyota of Hollywood, the official #1 volume Toyota dealer. Save big on a 24 Corolla, not $24,000, $17,988. Buy with 0% financing, 0 down. We're bringing you deals that strike fast and hard at the #1 volume Toyota dealer, Toyota of Hollywood, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help. After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
There's just one place where you can take $10,000 off the 2025 Acura MDX. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us number one.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
There's just one place where you could drive a new Acura ZDX for only $239 a month. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us number one.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
All righty. Good afternoon, boys and girls. Welcome aboard. It is Thursday afternoon. Where else are we going to be? In beautiful Hialeah Park. Yes, sir. Come on out here and join us like we always are every Thursday afternoon. We're in the second floor poker room and enjoying a little poker and the games, the racing going on across the country. Yeah. All that stuff. So, you can gamble. You can, by the way, they serve you food and drinks. You can watch the show right here. We've got several tables with all kinds of very comfortable chairs. The lovely ladies will bring you drinks or food and all that. And so, I've always said, if you guys make it a thing and come out here on Thursdays, then I will make it a thing and bring prizes and giveaways and all that. But I need you guys to come on out here. So if you're ever really available Thursday afternoons, We can make it a thing. I'd like to make it a thing out here. It'd be cool and kind of. I know they would. You guys would come out here, make it a group and stuff like that, and we'd have some fun, take your questions, all that. I know I can even get giveaways from the casino too at the same time, but you gotta see the action here. It would be good. It would be cool. I promise I can make it fun if you guys come on out here and make it fun overall. But anyway, so we'll be out here for a couple of hours. You can come on out here. I would hope that Steve Calabro is going to come by. Would imagine he's been loading up on the Ethereum now. Because it's man, what a break everybody is getting right now. It's been amazing. I'll give you a little bit of my voice is not there yet where I'm going to be doing 2 shows. So I am going to do a little crypto towards the end of the show and give you a little segment there on crypto and give you my thoughts on what's going on. And I do have a couple things that I want to share overall. It's been a blessing for me, overall. I'm not one of those people that is worried about the short term. I know I see the big picture. But anyway, so we'll get to that. We got the Heat winning. They did what they were supposed to do to a team like this, basically is what we saw last night. I didn't watch it. I went skating last night. So I had a good time with the wife, my daughter. We went roller skating, Miami Roller Rink. It's the only skating rink in Dade County. It's the only one left. Is that freaking crazy or what? That's how like dead roller skating is, pretty much. When I was a kid, it was, it was monstrous. It was skating in Coconut Grove. It was renting skates at Sandy Skates. You know what you guys call Coco Walk? Well, Coco Walk used to be a big old plain concrete. And then in the corner, there were a couple of shacks. And one of them was Sandy's Skates. And they would rent skates and all that, and people would be skating all throughout the Grove. But that area where Coco Walk sits, it was just a flat concrete area where people were skating around and stuff like that. I mean, like the old Coconut Grove is completely different than what's going on now. But then it rolled into, and last night I saw this young man who skates like fantastic. The spins and all that kind of stuff. But these kids, they wear like these really loose pants. His phone flew out like 3 times. And one time I was on the sidelines there, and he was there, and I go, you're lucky that this isn't like 30, 40 years ago when there were hundreds of people in a rink, and it was just, and if you would drop your phone like that, it would get trampled. It would cause like 40 people to fall because, rinks were like this, dude, back in the day. They were the discos for young people. They were the parties for young people. They were the meeting places for young people. So it was funny, but I survived another one, and the foot rock solid right now, which is good. So, doing good. I just got and I even got my monthly membership now, unlimited. So now I could go as much as I want. So we're going Friday night. Monday nights, by the way, in that place. If you guys, I'm not doing commercials for them, but if you thinking of ever wanting a roller skate and you live in Dade County, okay, or if you live in Monroe, actually, because Southern Kendall you're like, dude, you're 40 minutes from Key Largo. 35 minutes, 40 minutes from Key Largo, you're right there. So even Monroe County, you can, because you ain't got nowhere to skate there. So that place, they've got like that old timers night. So, if you want to hear Mandalay and you want to hear, good times, you want to hear all that kind of stuff, that they have that on that Monday night. Freestyle stuff, so Monday nights there. So that's going to be like a regular for me and the wife. We're definitely going to be going on Monday nights. So apparently a couple hundred people go on Monday nights. That's like one of the hot nights for the rink. Again, it's the only one in Dade County. So if people want to go, it's the only place they can go to. You know what I'm saying? But it's great exercise, man. Oh, that is good exercise. So that's it. That's what I did last night. So I didn't see the Heat. Okay. I wasn't really enticed to watch Heat Hawks. You know what I mean? And I'm glad they won because they're supposed to win against a crappy team like the Hawks. You know, they don't play defense. Do what you're supposed to do. Duncan woke up. That was nice. We'll see if they can continue. But you're beating the Hawks. It is nothing out of this world, you know, overall. But it was nice to see that. I mean, Davion Mitchell, 5 of 5 from 3-point range.
I was going to say most of the thing that I saw looking at the box score was how efficient most of them were.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Duncan was 6 of 13 from threes. And when you looked at everybody, it was like, wow.
Yeah.
Just the efficiency. Yeah. Just the efficiency they had.
Yeah.
I want to say Tyler
was 4 of 8.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So he's still 50%. Yeah.
Yeah. 50%. It's amazing.
No, because I remember looking at everybody's. I was like, man,
they shot well, but again,
Wiggins
Atlanta
was the only one. I think he was like 0 of 4 or something from threes. But other than that, I mean,
Atlanta doesn't defend.
No.
So that's what was the shocker of the other game.
Yeah.
Like they don't defend, and you couldn't score against those guys. It's like, you know. So I didn't stay home for that. And I saw that, unfortunately, New York Gotham FC defeated Fort Lauderdale United last night 2-0. So I chose a date night instead of that. So I know there was a couple of sporting events, but they didn't keep me at home. You know what I'm saying? So sorry. I can't really tell you. I saw the highlights of the Heat game, but again, I don't know how much conversation I can get out of a Heat win over the Hawks. You know what I'm saying? Davion Mitchell, I would imagine the force was with that young man. It's probably what happened yesterday. 5 of 5 from 3-point range. That'll probably never happen again. So, RIP, yes, Gene Hackman. I saw that story. Jesus, dude. Mummified, pills all over the place. Gene Hackman's dead. His wife, who's 63, he's 95, and the dog. I don't know. First, the reports were no foul play, but now they're like, well, hold on a second. Wait a minute here. Hold on. I think what happened was they said no foul play, and then Doge came in and said, well, wait a minute, there's foul play here. And then now there's foul play. So thanks to Elon, they figured out there was foul play after there was no foul play. No, but in all kidding aside, devastating for me as a fan of Gene Hackman. I know he's 95 and he's, you know, past working and all that, but as a guy that's approaching his 60s, that is one of my actors of my lifetime, dude. From Chinatown all the way through, and Hoosiers and everything else in between, and you know, you name it. I freaking love Gene Hackman, dude. He is one of my favorite actors of all time. Easily in my top 5, probably. Yeah.
How much depth in his acting, from good guys, bad guys, comedies, dramas.
Yeah, replacements.
Everywhere.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Shit like that. It's Bat 21, where he has to bring some guy back that he's walking him through the different parts of the jungle or something like that. I mean, there's so many movies I can come up with and think of with Gene Hackman, it's just so freaking good, dude. Mississippi Burning, right? Just a ton of stuff with Gene Hackman that, you know, that's what gets to me. Hey, listen, man, I'll take 95. Now, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if, you know, there was a family thing there. He's checking out, so everybody checked out. I told Sean, what about if she was the one that was dying? And he's like, oh, shit, if she's going to die, who's going to take care of me? I'm 95. I'm checking out too. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. Was there a gas leak? Was there, some kind of I have no idea, but if the bodies were like mummified or some shit, I don't know. They hadn't seen them for 2 weeks. So, everything got all bloated.
Right before we went on, I saw there was an article. They called the gas companies. They said it was okay for the police officers to go in there. So obviously no gas, at least from
Right. Yeah.
They said,
and then there were pills all over the place.
Yeah, the door was ajar when the police got there, but there was no like breaking in or nothing like that. When they go in, they saw the wife in the bathroom, and the pills were there with the dog. The one dog was in the car. There's 2 dogs running around still healthy, but the one dog was deceased. And then Hackman was found in, I think, the living room area. So,
sad.
Yeah.
Sad. I don't know. I don't know what happened, dude. I have no idea what happened, but sad. And Gene Hackman, 95, got a full life.
Yes.
And a half.
Yeah.
I'll take 95 every day of the week and twice on Sundays, my brother. Okay. But once you get to like where I'm at, you're happy every day, dude. Any day that you get is a bonus already at my age. I've seen so many other people have passed away way before. I mean, Michelle Trachtenberg, Buffy's little sister, that's how I remember Michelle. That kind of like in the last 24 hours, like a young person who's 39, dude. A world of life ahead of her still at 30 freaking 9. Are you kidding me, dude? I'll be 59 in October. That's 30 years on her still that she easily could have enjoyed. Beautiful, talented, Gossip Girl. Obviously, I watched Gossip Girl. I was a big Buffy and Angel fan. So I saw Michelle grow up there. Obviously, Euro Trip I saw, just kind of the 2 different sides of it, one man that clearly had a complete life. Now this ending here, you just wonder what the hell happened, unfortunately. But obviously a monster in his business and what he did. Gene Hackman is one of the greatest of all time, dude. And then you look at a young, beautiful, talented girl like Michelle Trachtenberg, and she passes away. She just had a kidney replacement, and there was some talk that she kind of knew of the risks, and who knows if this is what it came from. I don't know all the particulars. Also, you know what I mean? It's kind of like the whole thing with the guy from Friends, and that whole ketamine stuff and all that. And it's like, then you start finding out about his ketamine dealer or whatever. And oh man, it's just crazy stuff. We just don't know what goes on behind the scenes of a lot of people's lives, when they're behind closed doors. We don't know what goes on. And it's just, but in the last 24 hours to be kind of, with Michelle and then now the Gene Hackman story, it's kind of like, 2 extremes, and kind of weird, man. But rest in peace, obviously, to Hackman and his family, and I'm sure everybody that's affected, and obviously Michelle Trachtenberg and her family and her fans and stuff. Just wacky, man. Wacky 24 hours. Jamie Zorrilla in the house in San Jose. I'm feeling, I went skating yesterday. I was good. It's just, thank God it's not a body cold. It's just, and it is getting cleared up. So I did last longer yesterday. So we'll see. We'll see how far. I actually didn't start with the halls. So I'm going to wait and use the halls as a cleanup hitter. You know what I'm saying? So when I start to feel something there, I say, okay, time for the cleanup hitter to step in, and we go with the halls of Hall of Fame. So there you go. Let me be locked and loaded. Okay, Let me have my hauls ready to go just in case, because there's no doubt I'm gonna need it. NorCal is in the house. That's right, back-to-back Callies. Ray Sosa, One-Eyed Jack. He bought more CAS. So did I. I got CAS. I got Bitcoin. I took the dip on stacks, and it's paying off already. I took a lot of Alethea. What else? Neutron. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think those are the altcoins I dipped in outside of Bitcoin. Yeah, myself. Yeah, Bitcoin and then those alts. I think those are the ones that I took because I have an opportunity to lower my average with Alethea. Even the first time around when I got like a 10x on it, I didn't even get it this low. So I'm, what can I tell you? We'll get to that. Gus 1388, Oscar Rojas is in Melbourne. Luke, Jake from Pallettown, Rosendo, may your Thursday be filled with abundance and prosperity, and may you be blessed with good health and happiness. Thank you, sir. We wish you the best. Thank you. Stetson O is in. Brian Landis, Alexis Palenzuela, Cosa Nostra, Yuri Cristofante, True Fin Fan. Man, the memories I have of Coconut Grove in the 90s will always be close to my heart. What an era. Yep. 70s, 80s, 90s. Yep. I remember it all. I'm with you there, dude. Always. Grove is a place that I have spent a lot of time. Big Johnson in. Big O never went skating enough to be worth a crap. LOL. It's practice. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I haven't even started going backwards because I don't even want to try. You know what I mean? Like I'm slowly doing the crossover on the curves because again, it's like I'm retraining my whole body. Like I have the muscle memory. It's all there. Like my daughter's trying to learn how to skate backwards, and I turned around. The middle of the rink has this area that is like sealed off where you can like practice and stuff. And so I turned around quickly there, and I showed her how to skate backwards because I know how to do it. I know how to do it. I know how to skate. I used to know how to skate really well. You know what I mean? I'm not there yet. I'm just getting there. So it's just one of those things, Big Johnson. Now I'm kind of like having to climb back to getting to comfortable again to skating. You know what I'm saying? So I go fast and then I gotta, be careful. And when I come around the curves, I'm just going around the curves, but I'm not cutting the curves. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things that I start doing it later on in the evening and I start like kind of working it all in and all that. But one of the things that I realize, Big Johnson, if I'm going to do the skating stuff, if I go snow skiing or if I want to go water skiing, all the things that I normally can do, because I can do all that shit. I've always done all that shit. Skateboarding, whatever. I've always done all that shit. That's done. I still have my Walker skateboard with my Gull Wing trunks in my house, actually. So I used to do all of that stuff, but you got to kind of retrain yourself to, be able to handle it all. And then the one thing that I have realized, I have to strengthen my core. So I have to strengthen my core and my legs in order to skate the best I can skate or snow ski or water ski or any of those kind of things. I've never snowboarded. That's one thing I've never done. But if I'm going to do any of those kind of things, I'm not a snowboarder. I'm not a surfer either. I've never done that. I would probably kill myself doing any of those things. But the other stuff I've done. But if I'm going to do any of that stuff again, that's the one thing that I've realized, that the core has to be much stronger. Your legs, your middle of your body, your stomach, all that, which is now I'm, eliminating my stomach. So now the next thing is kind of strengthening my body, because that's what's going to get you to be able to withstand, whether it's skiing, cutting, water skiing, roller skating, whatever it is that you're doing. In order for you to do it, you're going to be moving muscles and balance and all that kind of shit. And your core has got to be rock solid. That's the best way. So that's the thing I'm learning from all of this, that I'm relearning from all. Like, oh, yo, man, my legs aren't where they used to be. Wow. Okay. I need to do more with my legs, so that's what's hitting me now. Ocala Joe in the house. Hackman was a phenomenal actor. One of my all-time favorites. Me too, man. Me too. Ty in the Bronx is in the house. True Fin fan, thank you for the super chat. Says Gene Hackman is my all-time favorite actor. Easily. Lex Luthor, yes, and Superman, you are right. Ty in the Bronx. Buenas tardes, Antonio Lucatero. Buenas to you, sir. Let's see. The Firm, Mississippi Burning, so many, yes. Yes, sir. Justin, the French Connection was awesome. Yep. Mr. Wilson, R.I.P. Dennis the Menace. What's that?
No, he responded. He was thinking of Walter Matthau.
Right.
Yeah.
Matthau was the father in that one. The old man in that one. Jeremy Dorsett, since 74, the Miami Dolphins didn't belong in the same category as the defending Stanley Cup champion Panthers, the two-time World Series champion Marlins, and the three-time NBA champion Heat. Yes, the Dolphins have been really bad for a long time, really mediocre, and they accomplish absolutely nothing. They've been doing that for 40 years, accomplishing absolutely nothing. The back end of Shula all the way till now, accomplishing absolutely nothing. That's nothing new. I try to remind people of that when they think that, oh, the Dolphins can't win in the cold. Bro, the Dolphins haven't been able to win the cold in 40 years. Oh, the Dolphins don't win big games. Bro, the Dolphins don't win big games for 40 years. Oh, Dolphins get pushed around. Brother, the Dolphins have been getting pushed around for 40 years. For 40 years, they've been the same soft-ass team. And it's the problem is we have too much of the prisoners of the moment disease. Oh, no, don't trade X. He's going to get us 10 interceptions every year. Oh, no, Jimmy Butler. Yeah, no, he's going to keep being the same guy. That's our problem. We don't turn the page and we don't look at it and we think it's all on Tua when, brother, the same shit's been going on with everybody else from Marino all the way to Tua. This team has always choked in every big moment. And every time they run into a tough team, and it doesn't matter if it's Woodstock running into the Redskins or Marino's running into San Francisco's team or into the Bills or now into the Bills or into the Ravens or something like that, same thing has always happened. The Dolphins get punched in the mouth and they get sent home. Jimmy Johnson would sneak into the playoffs and then he would get punched and sent home. 62-7. That's more embarrassing than anything that's ever happened in the Tua era. But fans make it sound like it's the worst thing ever. That's what's been going on. And what's been going on has been going on forever. And it even happened with Marino. Why? Because it isn't about just Marino. Because too many fans just think that football is driven by one guy. When people have won Super Bowls with quarterbacks that aren't great passers. Just did it this year. Not a great passer. So, Jeremy, nothing new here. Not on this show where we actually give people the truth and we break it down for them. So they don't make it sound like it's just happening now or something. I've been living this soft-ass franchise for 40 years. That's all. So nothing new that the Dolphins have always gotten punked. That's who the Dolphins are. Until proven otherwise, the Dolphins will always be the soft-ass team that will fold in key moments. That's who they are. That is the definition of the Dolphins from Shula and Woodstock all the way till right now. Okay? Shula and Woodstock all the way till now. For over 40 years, they've gotten punked every single time. They shit their pants in every big moment they've ever been in for 40 years. Let's see. Any falls? Nope. So far, not one fall in the couple times that I've been. My wife did wipe out yesterday. She hurt herself a little bit there. She's feeling her back today. Let's just put it that way. So she's all right, but but yeah. So far for me, not yet. It'll happen. It's gonna happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Enemy of the State with Will Smith. I love that movie. Gene Hackman did a great job in that one. I agree. Think Blue Dodgers checking in from LA, smoking it up and smashing the like button. I love that. Smash the like button, smash it, smash it, smash it. And don't forget, use that QR code here at Hialeah Park so you can get you can get it wherever you're at, but the $100 no regret first bet. And remember, if you sign on and you happen to have a Hard Rock account, use a different phone number or email, make a bet, you'll get your $100 and you're off and running, baby. It's a beautiful thing. Big O, as of right now, Mike McDaniel. Okay, whatever. Horn Dog, good afternoon, sir. Big O, I know they suck, but can we give the Miami Heat a victory cigar? Of course we can. Sean Stanley, the Miami Heat got it done with a 131-109 win against the Atlanta Hawks. Give them a victory cigar. There you go. Well deserved. Remember, we're at a point now with the Miami Heat that any victory is a good victory. Okay, I keep trying to explain this, and I'm glad that Ira agreed with me yesterday on this one, that, I said the Miami Heat ain't shit anymore. Like, nobody gives a shit about Pat Riley's rings. Nobody's coming here because, oh my God, I got to be here with the Miami Heat. Bullshit. They're here if you pay for them. They're here if you have enough picks to trade for them. They're here if you draft them. They're here if you trade for them. And they had no choice. Like, it's a kid that struggled last night, Wiggins. He had no choice. He's here. Okay, so some of you got to get off your high horse. And then now let's get off the other high horse. The Miami Heat ain't shit. So any victory for the Miami Heat is a good victory. That's all. Even against a shitty team like the Hawks, they have it, but they got to put it together. But since they don't, this group here right now of the Miami Heat doesn't know how to win. They haven't proven to anybody that they know how to win. So now with their 27-30 record, they get to prove to people whether they are a winning team or they're not. So right now, we have, as Heat fans, we cannot look down on anything. Okay, you look at the talent, you say, okay, you guys should win this game. Go ahead, you're home, win it, you won it. And we should be happy. But, let's not expect the Heat to be a great team or anything like that, because this group hasn't proven shit. Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero have never proven anything as lead guys. Why? They've never been lead guys. They've never had to be lead guys. Now they do. So now we'll find out. So any win's a good win for them. That's where we're at right now. And hopefully, Heat fans have come down their high horse and realize you're becoming the Dolphins, as I've said. This is the 80s right now. You're living the 80s. Let's see if your next decade becomes the 90s for the Dolphins. Because as you've noticed, it all started great with Shula. It all started great with Riley. And then it starts to erode. So you win a lot. You win the championships. Then you still win. You get the championships, but you don't win them. And then you stop getting to championships, just getting to playoffs. And then you're in the next decades, which is the 2000s, where you rarely ever make the playoffs. So the Miami Heat, first 20 years, did a lot of winning and won a bunch of championships. Well, the last 10 years, things have changed. They're not doing the same kind of winning anymore. Still getting to championships, but not winning. It's the 80s of the Dolphins right now for the Heat. I've said this before. Pat Riley's gotten older. Don Shula got older. Kind of lost the fastball. The game changed. It's a three-point game. The players changed. They have more about their brand. Riley got stuck in his ways, stuck this guy with Whiteside for a while, which was not conducive to the basketball that's being played. And, and he has refused to change his ways and try to get draft picks and open up cap space. Instead, he keeps trying to put a Band-Aid or lipstick on a pig. Don Shula ran into the cap. There was no salary cap when Shula was winning. Then all of a sudden, new CBA, salary cap, the old man's got to adjust. Shula struggled to adjust. And he ended up trading away, lost cap space, had dead cap. The first couple of years of Jimmy's tenure was clearing up cap space from Shula's mistakes. Because the game changed, and he didn't adjust to it. Riley has not adjusted to what the game is. And you're watching a team that has no stars anymore. Something that Riley used to produce from the second he got here, bro. Magic. I'm here, and so is Alonzo Mourning. And then it kept going, and we had that run until the big three, and then after that. So just like, Jeremy points out the obvious with the Dolphins, well, I'm forecasting already what's going on with the Heat because I've seen it before. I've watched it. I've lived it. And the parallels between the end of Shula and what's happening now with the back end of Riley, it's mirrored. So we'll find out. We'll find out what's going on. But yeah, and that's where Dolphin fans, they kind of live off the legacy. It's all they can do because they have accomplished nothing for decades. Nothing. I mean, when all you have is the miracle in Miami, bro, that's freaking pathetic. When those are your kind of moments, it's bad. Well, the Miami Heat, notice how there's a lot of reminiscing in their broadcasts and in their Twitter pages. Have you noticed that? Because you have to reminisce because that's when you really accomplish things. What you did the last couple of years, you were an upstart. You weren't a contender. You were an upstart. You were an overachiever. You were Woodstock, overachieving. You were Marino on a hot hand in a hell of a season with no defense and no running game, and then you ran into a real team. You were an upstart. The parallels are amazing. It's all right, bro. It's all good. But, it is what it is. NFL salary cap, yes, it went up. We'll talk about that. Yep. By the way, the Big Cheese. We love talking about Billy and Gary and all the great people at the Big Cheese. Pickup, delivery to your home, office. They do it all. Go treat somebody you love to pasta that is shipped from Italy, cooked fresh daily. And one of the things that I love about the Big Cheese, okay, not only is the food phenomenal, not only are the garlic rolls to die for, plus, by the way, they bring out the garlic rolls with a little pizza sauce on the side, but you get the family servings, Sean. So I know you'll finish your serving, but your wife,
they got to work something else.
The kids, they won't. So you'll be taking some home. And guess what you'll have?
I'll have more food.
More food.
Actually, I might just eat it there. And then order more to take home.
Well, you could do that too. You could do that too. But all I'm saying is when I go to the Big Cheese with the wife and the daughter, we're always taking food home too at the same time. So it's like she orders like the lasagna and then she eats like half of it and the other half she'll have for lunch like the next day at work or something. So it's just family servings. In a world where now they charge you more and give you less.
Not there.
Brother, not at the Big Cheese. So I'm just telling you, go experience it for yourself. 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue. Tell them that Big O sent you. And you could treat your friends, your family, your customers, your employees. If you want to hold a party, they have the party platters, all that kind of stuff. 305-662-6855. That's 305-662-6855. BigCheeseMiami.com. A rad. Yes. All right. What else do we have? You saw Joy Taylor suspended for 3 days? She got suspended for 3 days for an incident. But they won't speak of the incident. They keep it quiet, the incident. And I told you a while back when this whole thing happened, the executive has already been suspended. The dude that she supposedly slept with, right? I told you that the way this corporate world works is they're not going to jump the gun and go all Doge on your ass and just fire away. And then wait a minute, we fired the wrong people. No. They're going to sit with their corporate lawyers. They're going to study all the evidence. They're going to make sure they have all their T's crossed and their I's dotted and all those cliches. And then they say, okay, legally now we have got everything behind us. All right, now we got to fire this one, suspend that one, let go of that one, whatever it is. And so that has now, come on board where she is getting suspended. She's been suspended for 3 days and been off the show. I told you, I don't know her from Adam. I hope the story's not right, but God, there's a lot of details in that thing. So I don't know if this is the beginning of the end for her there at that, or who knows, man. Maybe she played her cards right and she has enough evidence on other people that she can save her ass too. So
I was like, going by what, the talk, at least by the story that's kind of out there from the hairstylist and things like that, it looks like there was some talk. So no telling what's piled up.
Right. Exactly. So, anyway, so we'll see if that's the deal with Joy Taylor. I saw that in the news today and I was like, well, This is not good. Not good, not good. And then we've got Ian Rappaport and Jordan Schultz going at it at the combine. I'm good with both. I know both guys. Both guys have been insiders on this show, you know. So I know both guys, and I don't know what the hell's going on. It's all the whole Tom Brady story because one reported that they hosted him and had dinner, and then the other guy said no, it was just that they met in passing, and so
Yeah, they live in the same community or something.
yeah, and so it's just one of those deals, and so one trying to show up the other, and I don't know.
Isn't it funny? The news coming out of the combine is not anything to do with the football players.
I mean, what's there to do, bro? They're running around in underwears. You know what I'm saying? So that's usually the best stuff. And by the way, I will be witness because I did it for 20 years that the night times there are very interesting.
Obviously,
they were way more interesting when there were less cameras and phones.
Yes.
Because I was there
Before
in the early
social media.
2000s before there were a lot of camera phones. And so there was a lot of stuff that I could talk about, stories that I could talk. I would never talk about in public. But yeah. So everybody crosses everybody there in the NFL.
And to be honest, the way Indianapolis is set up, there's a lot of areas where it's not necessarily you have to be in public to get to places.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
I'm sure they know more than what,
Of course.
And I'm sure you do too, more than what we just traveling, from one area to another. It's not like here where you're out in the open walking.
Right.
And everything else. So.
Yeah. It's kind of more of a controlled environment. Yeah. Yeah. So and again, I'm not bothering to call either guy about, hey, what happened? I have no interest in that, but it is kind of funny. I got to say, it is kind of funny.
You get both sides of the story.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Exactly. I could if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to even bother. That's so childish for me to be calling them about stuff like that. Chuck Shannon, Heat ownership is strong. Management is strong. Finn's ownership down sucks. I got to say, Chuck, management has not been strong for the Heat lately. I would disagree with you on that one. I would disagree strongly on that one. Management has gotten in the way of Eric Spoelstra. Okay. And again, every time I say this, I got to make sure I say, I'm not saying that Riley needs to go or anything. Riley hasn't been great anymore. Just hasn't. But he has earned the right to do whatever the hell he wants and call it a day whenever he wants. And if he wants to try to build one more championship team, God bless him. I'm all behind him. But I'm also going to be brutally honest if he's doing it right or doing it wrong. And so I would disagree with you strongly on that, Chuck Shannon. The Heat management the last 10 years has been very mediocre. Very mediocre. It's Eric Spoelstra has bailed their asses out. Okay? Bailed their asses out. That's what's gone on. But the management has been mediocre. The Dolphins stuff just hasn't worked out any way, shape, or form, unfortunately. But that's been going on for 40 years. Heat in a soft rebuild. Dolphins are simply soft overall. I like that. About to double my cast. Look at you, NorCal. That's how you take advantage of the damn dip. And, folks, not for nothing, but let me get into a little crypto here. We're already 45 minutes in. Do not stop buying Bitcoin right now. This is a phenomenal time. Everybody's getting scared. Can you bring up that graph of the people that are selling Bitcoin? Let me show you who's selling Bitcoin right now. Okay, just to show you. Okay, because you kind of know I'm a little hardcore, right, about my Bitcoin, right? I think a little bit, right? So, yeah, that's it right there. You got it, baby. So check it out. Look at that graph right there. That tells you all you need to know. Look at the people selling. The people that have owned it for 10 years, who's selling? Nobody. The people that owned it from 7 to 10 years, who's selling? Nobody. The people 5 to 7 years, who's selling? Nobody. The people 3 to 5 years, that's me because I'm 5 years in. Am I selling? I haven't sold anything. I've accumulated more. I hit 84 right now. I just bought more. I just bought more before the show when it hit 84. The people 2 to 3 years, are they selling? No. The people 1 to 2 years, are they selling? Do you know why, Sean? Where was Bitcoin a year ago? Just pull up Cointelegraph and just do that on your own. Here, I'll do it here. I have a Bitcoin chart that is here, and I'm gonna go one whole year. Do you know where Bitcoin was a year ago? It was 23,838 on. Wait a minute, I'm sorry. 62,499 on March 28, a year ago. So why would you sell? That's only for you holding it for a year. And it was at 108, and it's going to speed past 108 now. Now we're going to have a wicked turnaround. Watch. So look who's selling 6 months to 12 months. They haven't made money yet. A ton. 11.84 million is being sold, almost 12 million. 3 to 6 months, 355 million. 1 to 3 months, 20 million. And it's so on and so forth. So it's all the people that have held it for a short amount of time because they don't understand. They panic. And that's not a lot of retail. That's where I think people are getting it wrong. They're assuming all of these people are retail. No, dude, there's a lot of whales that are playing whale games and shocking people. A lot of that money is coming from whales, some of it from retail that they're shaking out so they can get cheaper Bitcoin. But you know what they're doing? They're offering you cheaper Bitcoin. They're offering me cheaper Bitcoin. If you bought it now, what is it at 84 right now? What is it right now? 82.90? Is that what it is? 82.980 right now. 83.254, whatever. Just went up. It was at 108. You're going to make 25%, bro. Like automatic. I'm not a financial advisor, never have been, never will be. You guys do your own homework, but it's the math tells you it's all on chain. Stupid people like Elizabeth Warren, evil people like Elizabeth Warren lie to human beings and tell you that, thieves and criminals want to get on the blockchain and do evil shit with Bitcoin. Well, how come we can track everything? Because it's an open ledger. Do you see the people that hacked the 1.5 billion? They're having trouble cashing it all out. Because everybody knows exactly what your money is, so they can't touch it. So all the exchanges are like, no, I'm not touching that, dude. So they've been able to cash out, I think, about 100 million out of the 1.5 billion. They've been able to cash it out through NFTs and different things they've been able to do, but it's very few places because it's all on the blockchain. It's an open ledger. Why would criminals want to do anything on an open ledger? So these are the novices that are selling the Bitcoin. The people that know nothing about Bitcoin, they don't understand that, they just bought it and they don't really get it. And the rest of us are like, fantastic, you idiot. Thank God that you don't know anything about it and you sold, and that's it. And I showed you a graph yesterday that 4% of the world is in a Bitcoin. 4%. That's 96% of the world is outside looking in. They don't get it. They don't understand it. They haven't even taken the dive, and they're going to be way behind. So the people that are selling are doing you an actual favor. They've done me a favor. I got Ali cheaper than I've ever gotten it. I never had stacks, and that's the layer 2 on Bitcoin. And I said, you know what? Let me get a little bag here and start creating my own stack of stacks, STAX, and it's already paying off. It's already starting to go up because it was at a really cheap price. I love Neutron. I've continued to buy it all the way down to the bottom, getting it cheaper and cheaper than I've ever gotten it. Obviously, I loaded up on more Bitcoin as much as I can. You know, that's kind of the way I've taken it. Whatever, Caspa, more Caspa, a bunch of Caspa. I'm getting Caspa in the 8-9 cent range. You know, I have no problem buying it in 10 and 11 cent range. It was sitting in 20 cents, dude. So I'm going to more than double my money soon enough, and then it's really going to take off, and we'll be fine. It's all about long term. As long as you understand that you're not holding it now, if you want it because you're looking for a quick fix, I'm not the place for you because I don't have money. I only can invest a little bit of money at a time. So for me, it's all long term. It's all long term. So I'm not worried about anything a week from now, a month from now, 6 months from now. I'm worried about a couple of years down the line is what I'm looking for. So that's where I started in this bull run 4 years ago. I was looking to 2025, 2024, 2025, 2026. I didn't think we'd go to 2026, but what's going on now, folks are scared because of Trump's tariffs now to the European Union, 25%. The Mexico and Canadian tariffs are kicking in. This will create inflation. This will jack prices up for all of us. Okay. I hope it works because we live in this country. We need it to work. We need to pay off the tariffs. I mean, the deficit. And I hope it works. I don't think it will at all. We're not a manufacturing hub. You can't put tariffs on steel when you only produce 10% of the steel that China produces. So what's going to happen is you're going to put all the tariffs on Chinese steel and Europe and any Canadian steel, anything else. And then the American companies, you know what they're going to do? Now that the imports are so expensive and the Americans are much cheaper, you know what the American companies will all do? Guess what they're going to do? Raise their prices because they know the imports are much more expensive with the tariffs. So now they have room to but whatever, dude. This is the game of the politics that they play. Last time they raised the steel tariffs, they produced $2.6 billion more money for the steel companies. But it cost Americans $5.3 billion in order to produce that because they had to pay more for their computers, for their can of Coke, for their awning, for their chair, or whatever is made of aluminum. You had to pay more. So all tariffs are going to do is raise prices for everything because exports become more expensive, but your imports, but your domestic stuff, they will all increase because they have now room to raise their prices. So they force all of us to pay more. So we're going to get hurt by all of this. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. You know, all roads lead to inflation. All roads. Paul Tudor said it. Okay, and he manages billions of dollars. So you can go check out who Paul Tudor is yourself, and he'll tell you all roads lead to inflation. He is absolutely right. And it doesn't matter what side is in there. Everything that they do is very inflationary. Okay. And Bitcoin is the only thing that is not inflationary. It's deflationary. And that shit is going to fly. And it's going to explode. And it's going to, because it's rare. It's finite. It's immutable. Okay. And what rich people want is to scare the shit out of you. So you sell it and then they keep it for themselves. That's what's going on. So will the tariffs work? My thing is, I don't think so. I think it's going to make it more expensive for us to live. But hey, man, it is what it is. But while it's going on, I'm just saying, Bitcoin, is going to be the bull that will power through it all like it has for 16 years. While we keep printing and devaluing the money for 16 years, Bitcoin only goes in one direction. So you do the math. It's really simple math. Over the last 16 years, could you buy more with the dollar 16 years ago? A hell of a lot more. You have lost 25% of your buying power with the dollar in the last 4 years. So how much have you lost in the last 16? How much have you gained in Bitcoin in the last 16? Simple math. So don't get shaken by all this stuff, all the tariffs, all the stuff that's going on. It's not going to stop this monster. But it will shake people, and it usually shakes the people that don't know. All the people that know and the people that have held, they're like, no way, dude, this thing's going to explode. It'll keep growing, and they'll just keep adding. The people that have held it for a year or two or three or four and more, all you did now, all you people that sold, all you did was give them an opportunity to stack more, because that's what I did. So take it as you will. And we thank, of course, R&M Contractors and Custom Drywall. Ray and Mike do exceptional work, and they sponsor all of our Crypto Bro shows. And since I can't do a Crypto Bro show on a daily basis, I will incorporate it here on the program. But give them a ring, by the way, 305-345-3649. That's 305-345-3649. Their Instagram page will blow you away because you can see all of their work, how exceptional it is at RMC Fisher Island. Check it out, RMC Fisher Island on Instagram. So there you go.
The Crypto Bro Show is solely for entertainment purposes. Orlando Alzagari and his guests are not financial advisors or investments consultants. If you ever plan to invest, make sure you do your homework, talk to a professional, and understand investing is very risky and volatile. Good luck in any of your investments, and only invest what you're willing to lose.
Boom. All right. What else do we have here? Big O, could we see the NFL draft in Miami in the next decade? Yeah, if they pay for it, for sure. Why not? That is a possibility. What up, Josh? Hope you're doing well. Say hi to Alexa for us. AD Dancer says, just bought some Solana. There you go. Paul in Connecticut. Nice move by you. Solana's nice and cheap. I love it. By the way, one little thing on that. Okay? This is where your money works for you a little in overtime in crypto that it doesn't in your cash. Okay? Those of us that are staking Solana right now, example, I've got Solana staked right now at 7% on Tangem. All right. So every day or every other day, I think it's every 2 or 3 days, I think it is actually, a chunk of Solana comes in. And right now, it's at $130-something. So that interest that I'm getting in is coming in at the price of $130-some, something that was at $250. So think about the interest that you're getting is also going to explode. So while it's down, it's actually a great thing. One, you can buy Solana, add more Solana really cheap. You stake it, and while it's down here and all this dip here for the last couple of days, week, everything that's coming in as interest is coming in as a cheap price Solana. Not a $250 Solana. Now you're getting $130, $140 Solana interest, whatever little chunk you're getting. So that little piece is going to grow even more. That's the beauty of crypto, where your money is working for you 2 different ways. And some cases, I can technically say 2.5 different ways or 3, because not only am I getting interest every day, I'm getting interest on a dip. So that dip will become back to normal again. So if you're getting it at 130 and it becomes 250 again, That's an 80% climb of your interest, which is crazy. All right, let's take a break for hour number 2 right here on the Big O Radio Show.
There's just one place where you can take $10,000 off the 2025 Acura MDX. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us number one.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
Oh, great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house! Get out of the house!
Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
All right. Hour number 2. And I got my style of chew. Hulls. So, Brett Dodger says short-term thinking, selling low, creating volatility, dips is the exact opposite of wise investment strategy. Opportunity time for wise investors. Amen. Listen, I already gambled, I already cashed in on it one time on Alethea Liquid Intelligence Token, which I got it at 88 thousandth of a penny, and it went to 9 cents. So I 10x'd, cashed out like 80% of my bag, and kept the rest. And it farted around 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents, then went down and 1.5. And then finally, after this huge dip here, it's gone back under a penny again. And I've gotten it even lower than I originally had it the first time around. Mark Cuban is one of the owners. So, to me, like, some will look at it as a gamble. Well, I don't. The guy just bought a casino. I can see him incorporating AI into a casino in all kinds of places. So so here I am, and I'm pouring more into Alethea now than than I did the first time around. Because I'm going to gamble. I know AI is going to be amazing, but I'm going to gamble that Mark Cuban knows a hell of a lot more than I ever will. So, and right now, because of the dip, I'm not panicking and, oh my God, the last 20% of the bag that I had of Alethea, I'm going to sell it. F no, dude. I'm going to go all the way in. I'm going to buy even more. Caspa. I bought it in the 11-cent range to start off. 10.5, 11-cent range. Now that we've been farting around the 8 and 9-cent range, what do you think I'm doing? I'm going to panic and sell my Caspa to have a 10 or 11? No, I'm going to lower my average. That's exactly what Brett Dodger is talking about. If it's something that you believe in, okay, with Bitcoin, I'm not going to lower my average. I'm just stacking because, you just stack on Bitcoin. I'm not, it's as much as you can get. You know what I'm saying? But the others, if I have an opportunity to lower my average, like I have with Neutron, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep lowering my average, and I'm going to stay strong and believe in what I believe in and what my homework says, and say, okay, this is going to pay off for me. So I'm just going to stay steady and strong and deal with all the negativity, because when it bounces back, and a lot of these things, Caspa, this is their first bull run. Neutron, first bull run. Alethea, first bull run. These are some of their best opportunities to establish themselves. Is usually in the first bull run, they have their best runs initially. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm banking on. I'm banking on this will be Star Atlas's first bull run, So it was kind of so much in its infancy stages in the last bull run that it just, now it's all built out. Now it's ready. So there are projects that I've invested in that are in their first bull run. And it has not happened yet. It will. The feds will have to print. They will raise the debt ceiling. Everybody in that administration is pro-crypto. So they're going to do all the things for crypto to go to the moon because they all own it. So stay strong and own it. Don't sell it. I can only say you're a dummy if you're selling at this point your Bitcoin when the entire administration owns Bitcoin. I mean, it couldn't be even more. So there you go. Just a little side note there. All right. Yep, we talked about Gene Hackman earlier, Brett. Thank you. Let's see. How much do you think Solana can get to? I think it can get to 1,000 in this bull run. That's what I think. I think it can be the like the Ethereum of a few years back, where it crosses to 1,000. I think Solana can get there. Miami Dolphins. They got a grade A on everything going on in their facility. We have that graph, don't we? Is that what was the other one that I sent you? The what? Oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about that one later. But once again, they got the A grade for the facility, the food, all of that stuff. And tell me what that means. I'm not exactly sure what that means. If it produces a championship, then it means something. But whatever it is you're doing, you're not doing it right. And if you're worried so much about the fluff stuff, listen, you should make it as fantastic for your fans. And they have. To Tom Garfinkel's credit, he has made that stadium much more comfortable for fans, easier to get in and out of, safer to get in and out of with the bridges and the tunnels. The club areas have been drastically improved. Those are the things you got to do. That's the stuff you got to improve, dude. Make the experience for fans second to none, because your product has not been good enough for 40 years. You have your moments where you entertain like you do a kitten with some little fur ball for a couple of minutes, but then after, there's no substance. So you can have a Marino-like season, and you can have Ricky Williams running wild, and you can have Lamar Smith with a fantastic year, and you can have Jason Taylor with a defensive player of the year. Switch over. It actually got stuck to a tooth. Anyway, so it got buried into the tooth. If I did not move it, it was going to get stuck there until it ran out. Anyway, so all this stuff is fluff. We have our individual things that have gone on for 40 years. Mike McDaniel's offense, lighten shit up, but in the end, all the substance is not there. And to me, all this stuff about, you've improved and you provide the best facilities and all of that, pampering players doesn't really. The Heat, they pampered the hell out of Jimmy Butler, and how did it pay off for them? It didn't. It paid off for a little bit, and then after, Jimmy became Jimmy, and it didn't matter that you were paying him. He was still going to be a dick for 2.5 years by not playing in the regular season. So it's nice to see that you've reached the A level of, country club. But the problem is that your head coach runs everything like a country club, where you're sitting there getting some sun, having somebody cook you up whatever you want. You're hanging out, watching television, video games, go practice a little, and there are no repercussions. Because the lifestyle of a king is always going to be there for you. You're always going to get playing time. You're Julian Hill, and you're a complete screw-up, and you're going to keep getting playing time. Think about that. That's crazy. Keeps getting stuck. What do you want me to do?
No, I'm looking at the grades. The Eagles finished 22nd overall. The Chiefs 26th.
Oh, that's up from 32.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Eagles were dead last in not dead last. Sorry, they were 30th in team travel. In a couple areas, they were down as one of the worst teams.
It's like Major League. They gave them no extras, and they went and won the World Series, bro. They had to use an engine from a boat in order for their hot tub.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Come on now. Craziest.
Yeah. Empty calories, Big O. That's all this team is with McDaniel. One-trick pony offense. Amen. Amen. Great retirement community, great food, great pool. That's exactly the way you feel. Yep. Dolphins need a coach like Vince Lombardi, but today's kids would cry and complain he was too tough. I'm the Kendall Lamb, Drew Smith of crypto. I won't surrender. Sheba, LOL. I suck, I know. God, I would sell my Sheba if I was you and move it to, right now, Ondo is where's Ondo right now? Just out of curiosity. Where is Ondo? Like, I see you own Sheba, right? And I would own H-Bar right now, which is at 20 cents. Instead of that, Immutable X is down to 68 cents. Pendle at 283 is fantastic. Right around 270 is the buying zone. It's just above the buying zone, which is still great. Ondo right now, I'll give it to you right now. It is at 95 cents. It's going to be a monster. I don't know, man. There's so many great projects that you can take advantage of instead of meme coins. Sturdy is at $1.37. That thing, Sturdy, where was Sturdy just? Where was just Sturdy was like at $3 or something, right? Wasn't it? $3.20 on November 24th of 2024. It was at $3.20, and it's at $1.37 right now. I mean, there's a lot of really good discounts right now. Okay. I just, when I see you guys in meme coins, I'm not a financial advisor, but you know, I just think there's some really great projects out there that have real world usage. There's reasons why you want to be involved because of what they're doing. I mean, H-Bar alone, H-Bar is a steal right now where it's at. Absolute steal. I don't get it, but hey, man, what can I tell you? All right, let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar. And the great Alan Blanco, custom printing and embroidery. If your company, your corporation, your school, you need new uniforms, hats, shirts, whatever it is you need, please call 3A Graphics sports calendar. You can get that all done by email and Zoom and all that kind of stuff. 786-618-1443. Heat over the Hawks, 131-109. Friday, they take on Indiana at 8 o'clock. Fort Lauderdale United lost to New Jersey, New York Gotham last night in a clash of the NWSL and the USL2. They lost, unfortunately, 2-0. The ladies will move on to the regular season on Sunday, March 2nd, 3 o'clock. They're in Carolina to take on the Ascent FC. Tonight, 7 o'clock, Amarant Bank, Oilers, and the Panthers, a rematch of the Stanley Cup Finals. No Kachuk, of course. We'll see how the boys do. Saturday at noon, the UM basketball season is almost done. They take on UNC on ESPN. And tonight, the Lady Canes are back in action to take on Stanford. Both teams are 14-13. Stanford is 6-10 in the ACC. Miami is 4-10. And tip-off will be at 10 o'clock. There you go. That is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. All right. Oh, man. Don't forget, folks, you can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation, which you know, that's our favorite kind of donation, especially right now. I mean, you want to weigh to my heart, a Bitcoin donation, especially on a dip. Oh, man, it's a beautiful thing. So you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation, Cash App, Venmo, or on PayPal also you can make a donation. You can send in your questions, comments, insults, all kinds of good stuff. We appreciate it. And another way to support us, Sean and I are going to hit the road, and we want to go to Spain to go cover the Dolphins, taking on, we don't know. Hopefully it's a really good season. Hopefully this game means something at that point. But we'll be broadcasting all week out there, and we want to fly out there. We need your help. Ocala Joe, thank you for making a donation last night. I know Pat in Asheville also sent in a donation. Somebody else. So appreciate you all that are starting to send in donations to get us to Spain. And we got to get to our number, which is a big number, as quick as possible, because we want to make the reservations as soon as possible once we get the exact date, and get it as cheap as possible, because we want to save money since we're not rich. But if you want to help us get there, please, whatever you can make, whatever kind of donation you support the show, we'll be out there. I'm sure it'll be cool because NorCal tells me that there's a dolphin hangout there. So hopefully we'll be broadcasting from a dolphin bar also, which would be really, really cool. And we would add it to our bucket list of many dolphin bars. It would be our first international dolphin bar. That would be cool. Remember, I told you, I thought it would be England. I thought that was going to be our first because those are the most fanatical ones that I feel on the connection in social media. I thought for sure we'd be at an English pub someday doing the show first than anywhere else. But it might just be Spain. So Alzugaray will be going to Spain, which that's what I am, a little Basco. That's my people, apparently. The Bascos, the people from the mountains. That's what I'm told. My people are from the mountains. Let's see. John Padilla, what up, Big O? Checking in from Manteca, California today. Let's go. Thank you, sir, for checking in. Appreciate it. Tom Brady is the NFL's darling. TB12 has been what is it? We'll be tampering. Well, they all tamper, bro. Brother, we have an owner that was hanging out with Jim Harbaugh in the middle of the night trying to lure him while we had a coach in place. We had an owner that was trying to set up a meeting with Sean Payton on a boat. And Tom Brady. I mean, it's a dirty business. They're all dirty, dude. It's like politics. They're all dirty. Democrats, Republicans, they're all dirty, dude. Nothing's, yeah. Karun says, I can't believe there's a Finn's bar in Spain, but not Tampa. No, I think there's one in Tampa. I think you're wrong. I think it might not be like in Tampa. It might be like Clearwater or Bradenton or something like that. But no, that's not true. There's some up there. In fact, I know that Dolfriki, hers is Fort Myers, I believe. So that's a little more south, obviously. But you'd be surprised, Karun. There are, I don't know why. Again, the Miami Dolphins organization does not deserve you people. They don't deserve Dolfriki. Not one bit of her. They don't deserve NorCal. Okay? They don't deserve any of these people. They don't deserve most of you out there because they don't give you shit, dude. They don't win anything significant, and yet you all are there and you all travel or you all pay for your, NFL subscriptions all over the world to just watch them. Whatever it is you do, you race to your local bar because you can't afford the ticket. Whatever it is, however it is you go about it, but you go about it constantly and you get nothing in return. It's amazing to me. So, Karun, the amazing part about this team is that the Heat win a hell of a lot more and win championships and everything that Miami doesn't win any championships. The Dolphins, I'm not talking about the 70s, bro. Enough with the shit that's 50 years ago. I'm talking about now. They don't win anything. And yet the Heat don't have bars anywhere. Shit, they don't have Heat bars in South Florida. Okay? So they don't have Heat bars anywhere. The Panthers just won a championship. I can't expect them to develop anything, neither the Marlins. But the Canes, there is one, and that's in Flagler Beach, Tortugas, because it's a Dolphins and a Canes bar. That's the only one I know of the Canes. But the Dolphins, it's the weirdest thing, dude. There are Dolphins bars all over the world, and the Dolphins don't deserve any of them. Any of them. It's amazing. Blows me away. Dolphin fans are just, I don't know, they're masochistic or something. Let's see. Brett says, I think we both know that you do not need to be a financial advisor to be a successful investor. Doing your homework, learning all you can with common sense and experience works well. I mean, or Brett, just do what rich people do. That's all. Oh, wait, Mark Cuban's going to invest in injective protocol? Okay, I'll get in at $1.71. Oh, I went to $48. Hey, I win 2,000%. We're good. Mark Cuban likes Alethea Liquid Intelligence token. He's invested money in. Oh, okay, I'm going to invest money in it. Nancy Pelosi bought these stocks. Okay, I'm going to buy those stocks. It's pretty simple, dude. Trump's loading up on Ethereum. Yeah, you might want to load up on Ethereum. It's really not that hard to follow the people that actually may have insight or inside information. So that really doesn't take a lot of intelligence, because I'm not intelligent. So anyway, what else do we have? The Finns don't even know how to cheat. Yeah, that's very true. That is very true. That is very true. Tampa has a club never heard of, a hangout. Look up Tampa Rodney. You see, NorCal knows it all. There you go. I said it before and I'll say it again, says Steven. Eagles fans, a team like the Dolphins, and the Dolphins fans deserve a team like the Eagles. Nah, the Dolphins don't deserve fans. Period. Not crazy fans, not scumbag fans, not nice fans. They don't deserve fans. They deserve the Marlins fan base. Seriously, the Dolphins don't do anything. So they really have not earned anything whatsoever. You're an animal, NorCal. He is. He's the Beastmaster. He is. And again, the Dolphins don't deserve him at all. At all. The Dolphins have some options that are developing in free agency. Jeremy Fowler reported today that the Rams' Jonah Jackson, who got injured last year. Dolphins are going to love that part. Anyway, he signed a big contract. He came from Detroit. He's an ass kicker. And he ended up with an injury. They ended up finding somebody else they like. So now they're allowing him to possibly find a trade. This guy can move. And he's an athlete. And he can move people. That would be a guy, 6'3", 315, 5 years of experience, which really it's 4 because he took a year off. He's in the prime of his life, and he's under a current contract. He's going to get paid as a 28-year-old this year, $9 million base in 2025. In 2026, he's got another $9 million base, but he's got a roster bonus of $8 million. So it goes up. If I'm the Dolphins, you have middle round picks. They're not going to get a first or a second round pick for him, but maybe a third or a fourth. Or a combination of thirds, maybe one this year, one next year, or something you do. I'm not exactly sure how it breaks down, but this is one of those guys that could be an option for Miami to settle your guard spot. And you still don't end up using your first or second round pick. I think a third rounder might do it, really. Maybe next year a fourth or a fifth or something, But I think a third rounder might do it. Don't they have like a couple of third rounders? I believe out of their 10 picks, the repetitive one is the third rounder, if I'm correct. So you can solve one of your guard problems with a veteran, because the guy that's going to come from the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs will keep him, like I told you before, and I think they'll sign him to a lot of money. So I don't think he's going anywhere. They did. They franchised him. Trey Smith. Yeah. They of course.
The tag is actually going to cost them more than the highest paid guard.
What they do with the tag is they hold them.
Yeah.
And they'll have an agreement before June, and then they can pull the tag off again. and then they don't end up using it. So the tag only holds them. They're going to agree to a contract so they can manage the money and lower his number the first year instead
because
of
right
it
now
being
you're going to be paying a more
a hard
so
cap
you're
number.
Going,
you're getting a hard cap. So that's only a ploy to buy them time to negotiate, and that's what they'll do. They'll negotiate with Trey, and they'll get a deal done. They have to, bro. They have to fix that line quickly. They're in their prime with Mahomes right now, so they have to do that. So I know what's going on there. I've seen this done 1,000 times.
So the Dolphins have a first, second, third, 2 fourths, 2 fifths, 3 sevenths.
All right, so maybe the 2 fourths might get you that. Something like that. 2 fourths. Sorry, with the chewing and the but hey, the voice is hanging in there, bro. We're an hour and a half in. I don't know if we're gonna get Steve again. So Jonah Jackson would be a guy that I would target. He's going to be 28 years old, so he's going into the prime. He is in good condition. The injury wasn't a devastating career ending or anything like that. It's something he can easily overcome. He wasn't an injury-prone guy anyways, but he had the injury, and he plays guard and center. Okay. So something happens to your center, you have an opportunity there. So Jonah Jackson, that might be a guy that if you're the Dolphins, could be an option. Could be an option. By the way, our friend Davin Godchow has now been given the green light to make a trade for himself too. Because of Mike Vrabel's new system, new scheme, Davin Godchow does not fit the New England Patriots and what they're going to do. So you could get him for a late round pick or something like that. But a guy that was a good pick for the Dolphins and has turned himself out to have a nice career. But it's interesting how we struggle with defensive tackles. And there's another guy that was a former Dolphin and was a solid player, not a great player. I don't think anybody would ever call Davin Godchow a great player, but he was a solid football player, good football player for a while. Still a good football player in the right scheme. You know what I'm saying? But Godchow is a guy now that's been given. I'm not saying for the Dolphins to go after him or anything like that, but I'm just, since it's a former Dolphin, a good dude overall, good player, good pick for the Dolphins. Wasn't he like I want to say 4th or 5th round pick, I want to say. I want to say that Davin Godchow was because I want to say it was the same draft that you got the other kid in the 6th round, the other defensive tackle in the 6th round, that he was a pretty good player too. And you let him go also when you change schemes, which 5th round, right? Are you looking at the draft that year? Because I'm wondering, is it Taylor was the name of the kid? Taylor was the name of the kid in the 6th round. That they were both actually pretty. Vincent Taylor. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Vincent Taylor. That's it. Vincent Taylor. I think he was like a 6th round pick was the other kid. And he was actually productive for Miami. I think he might still be floating around the league somewhere, actually. So, man, I wish we could have swapped McUms for Mike. I don't understand that one, but whatever. I would have fired his ass. You know it. In the Colts game, that's where I would have fired Mike McDaniel, and I would have gone right after Mike Vrabel at that moment. That's what I'm on record that day. On it was in the post game show. I was saying, didn't I say it like even in the post game show? Or did I wait till Monday? Hell, I think I might not have even. Huh? Taylor's with the Falcons? Okay.
Yeah, but he was on injured reserve this year.
Okay. All right. But he has lasted in the league. He's lasted. So it's interesting stuff. What else do we have here? Let me get a little bit into a little music and music notes. Switch it up a little bit. I'll give you guys a little more sports in 1 second. Let's start off with musicians celebrating birthdays today. All right. On February 27th, Rosanda Thomas, Chile with TLC, born in the state in 1971. Who else? Derek McKenzie from the British group The Shaman. I love the song from The Shaman. What's that song? Love, Sex, Intelligence. That's a LSI. I love that song, actually. Check it out one day if you can. The Shaman, LSI, Love, Sex, Intelligence. Cool song from The Shaman. 64, let's see. I don't know who that is. Paul Humphreys, keyboardist, vocalist with OMD. Born in the state in 1960. Johnny Roy Van Zant, musician and current lead vocalist of Leonard Skinner. Obviously, the younger brother of Ronnie Van Zant. Donnie Van Zant is the founder of 38 Special. So the Van Zant family had some skills. You got Donnie doing 38 Special. You got Ronnie creating Skinner. And then you've got Johnny taking over for Ronnie. And he sounds great. Okay. Nobody will ever be Ronnie Van Zant. But I will give Johnny Van Zant a ton of credit to step into his brother's shoes and do an excellent job. He was born in 1960 on this date. My favorite metal band of all time, Iron Maiden. Adrian Smith, one of their exceptional guitarists and songwriters. He was born in the state in 1957. Neil Schon. Love going to see Journey concerts, even with Arnel Pineda as the singer. Neil Schon, why? Dude, his guitaring, I think he is underrated, actually. There's a reason why Eric Clapton and Santana were fighting over Neil Schon. Okay. And Santana won. There's a reason, because they knew Neil Schon was the shit just as a kid, as a 15 or 16-year-old. So Neil Schon, that's one thing about Journey. If you ever go to see a concert and go stand up and get a ticket on the side of Neil Schon, and if you can get close enough, just watch for 2 hours. That man shreds for 2 hours. He doesn't get enough credit for how good he is. Let's see who else celebrating birthdays today. Eddie Gray with Tommy James and the Shondells, 1948. That is it for musicians. Let's go with famous folks celebrating birthdays on the 27th. Jay Wow, the reality star from that those Losers, Jersey Shore, whatever. But she was kind of wow in those days. I didn't watch the show, but you know, if I ever saw pictures or videos or something of Jay Wow for a moment, I could stop and admire. Anyway, Elizabeth Taylor, born in this state in 1932. We lost her in 2011. Who else? Sean Strickland, MMA fighter, is 34. Not a lot of names that call my attention, unfortunately. Chelsea Clinton is 45 today. Like I told you, not a lot of names. No, that's it. That's it for famous folk. I didn't even see a wrestler here that I could say, oh, here's a wrestler on this list. What do you got for me, Sean?
No, I knew there wasn't going to be none on there.
No?
Shaw Samuels, he turns 40, and Toshio Yamada turns 55. Those are your birthdays today for February 27th, 2025.
All right, sir. Let's move over to music history. What happened today on February 27th in 2010? U2 was named 2009's biggest act in music in the U.S. The Irish band made $109 million that year from touring, record sales, and royalties. In 71, just 5 months after her death, Janis Joplin began a 9-week run at the top of the charts with her album Pearl. In 2010, Fall Out Boy bassist Pete Wentz was appointed as spokesperson for UNICEF to raise awareness about the importance of providing clean drinking water for children around the world. In 1980, on this date, the 22nd annual Grammy Awards, the Eagles took home the Grammy for the best rock vocal performance by a duo or a group for Heartache Tonight. But the big winners that night were the Doobie Brothers, who won for Song of the Year and Record of the Year for What a Fool Believes. Hell of a year. And that's what happened today in music history. By the way, if you like a little ska, little punk, the Warped Tour has announced their stacked lineups for 2025, and we win down here in Florida. They rolled out the announcements for the past month on Wednesday. The festival unveiled almost every band that will be playing each of the 3 comeback dates. The dates are listed in alphabetical order on each poster, so there's no clear headliner. However, there are some notable names each at the top. In Washington, D.C., All Time Low, Asking Alandria, Avril Lavigne, Bowling for Soup, Fishbone, Ice Nine Kills, Less Than Jake, Of Mice and Men, Pennywise, Sense Fail, Simple Plan, Slaughter or Prevail, Sublime, We Came as Romans, and more. Long Beach, for those of you going to Long Beach one, A Day to Remember, Asking Alexandria, Better Lovers, Black Veil Brides, Body Count, Bowling for Soup, Escape for Fate, Fever 333, Gogo Bordello, Hawthorne Heights, HO 9909, Ice Nine Kills, Less Than Jake, Modi Son, Pennywise, Senses Fail, Simple Plan, Slaughter or Prevail, The All-American Rejects, The Interrupters, and others. In Orlando, I got to take the wife. We got to go to the Warped Tour. A Day to Remember, Asking Alexandria, Better Lovers, Black Veil Brides, Drain, Falling in Reverse, Gym Class Heroes, Less Than Jake, Pennywise, my favorite, The Interrupters. So Thursday, Yellow Card, and more. All right. So there you go. Final announcements for all the bands will be on May 19th. So they decided to relaunch the Warped Tour 6 years after announcing its end. Since 97, I said I was hoping that there was some kind of kid in a garage that was going to come out and kick Kevin Lyman's ass someday and put on a better festival. He explained people start remembering once something's gone that it was important, it was fun, and I'm hoping to recapture that a lot again. He also explained why the festival won't be traversing the whole country like it was in the past. My body won't take the riding around on the tour buses for 40 cities, he admitted. If it works, we'll look for the future to do more. So Warped Tour 2025 will take place June 14 and 15 at RFK Stadium Fairgrounds in Washington, D.C., Shoreline Waterfront in Long Island, June 26 and 27, and Camping World Campus in Orlando, November 15 and 16. And then you'll see the tour posters below, and they've got them all there. I will see you there in Orlando. I want to go. I want to take the wife to the Warp. You're going to the Warp Tour, of course. You'll be there. Guaranteed.
I'll be there days before.
Of course. I know it. By the way, Toyota of Hollywood, they've got it going on. The #1 volume sales dealership out there in the Southeast United States, baby. The Tacoma double cab right now, you can get it for $399 a month. The SR5 2024 model. Get on out there. We've got all kinds of lease features going on. No payments for 90 days. 2.75% financing for 4 full years. Check it out. 1841 North State Road 7. They're on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. And by the way, if you own or lease a Toyota, their service center is second to none. They are absolutely amazing. Say hi to Herbie Lopez, too. He's a stud there at Toyota of Hollywood. All right. By the way, prayers to Ronnie Platt wearing my one of my Kansas shirts. I've got many, but wearing a Kansas shirt, and I was thinking of Ronnie today. So hoping he's going well with his fight with cancer, and hopefully he got it early. So hopefully, supposedly it's going to be something that he can knock out and move on. So that's what we're hoping for. Just saw them here recently, freezing my ass off up a little north, but yeah, good stuff. And hopefully Ronnie will be bouncing back soon and hitting the road. So I'm looking forward to that. As always, how y'all feeling out there? You got any questions? Got any concerns for me out there? Anything that you got on your noggin? Let me see. What do we have here? Don't see any shocking news going on. Yeah, I know. It's kind of Yeah, no, it's been kind of slow. There hasn't been a ton of stuff to talk about. Tyler Booker, Alabama. Yeah, that's draft stuff. I don't worry about the draft until we take care of free agency. None of that means anything to me, and all that stuff. The combine is silliness, bro. The combine is to go there and find out about free agents, find out about the meetings that teams are having to see if they're interested in any free agents. It's about the interview process. Was a guy fantastic in interviews and intelligent? Was he dumb and did not get what the hell you needed? The medicals, do they have any kind of issues that could be long-term problems, or are they completely healthy? That's all the combine is for. The stupid stuff of the 40 and the bench pressing and all that other shit, that is all dog and pony shit. And that's for the Joe fan that, wants to see that stupid stuff. That really means nothing whatsoever, dude. Nothing whatsoever. They don't really care about that. They care about the medicals and they care about the interviews. That's all they give a shit about. Everything else is horse shit at the combine. It's all about what I just talked about. It's about free agents. It's about tampering. It's about finding out about talking with all the agents are there. They have the meeting on Friday. Tomorrow, all the agents will be meeting in the convention center like they always do. And it's reporters chasing down agents to find out if their team on their beat is asking about this guy or that guy, because they're trying to. I've done it for many years, so I know exactly what this whole thing is all about. And none of that stuff about how big this guy is and how cut up he is or how fast he ran or how much he lifted or all that is horseshit. He didn't do well in the gauntlet or this and that. None of that means anything whatsoever. That's all dog and pony shit for the people that have to put it on TV and talk about the crap like it means something when it means nothing. The stuff that really means something, they can't tell you about it. Isn't that the funny part? So that's the interesting part, that they actually keep away the real information. Ain't that cute? At least those that can even retrieve the real information. There's a lot of people out there that are going and they're repeating whatever's said on a podium or whatever, and they really can't unearth any information because they don't really know any agents. They don't really know anybody in the personnel departments in the NFL. It's a lot of people that are just regurgitating everything that the team says or whatever, and then you just slide in your opinions. You know what I mean? Which that's cool, but not really breaking any news. So that's how it goes. Greer fixes O-line in free agency and fixes rust in draft. Yeah, but can Mike McDaniel coach it? Doesn't matter what he fixes. Mike McDaniel can't coach it. So, that's the worst part about it. Is that Mike McDaniel can't coach it. Kelsey plans to play in 25. Can't go out like that. I wasn't surprised with that. He signed. Remember, I was wrong last year. I got it right this year because a lot of people were thinking he was going to retire. I was like, nah, he's not. He signed a 2-year deal. He likes to play. Now, is he declining? Yeah, probably. But I also think he's becoming human. So this would be his last year.
And I do feel like at times the offense goes away from him.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a plan or if it's just because they see that.
Or the defense is focusing on him and trying to take him out and make sure that he doesn't.
There's games where he's just he's better off just standing on the sidelines.
Right. They have to improve their receivers, dude. And they have to improve their offensive line. You can't. Mahomes is phenomenal, but you cannot put the weight of the world on the guy all the time like that. Quarterbacks are there to respond in some moments, but you cannot put everything on them. And even a Mahomes will fail. So you better block for him. You better run for him. And, dude, you got to get him receivers. And he just had guys that are receivers. He didn't have anybody really special anymore. And although I will say that the Worthy kid played Worthy. He was pretty good. For a rookie, he was pretty good. But they got to get receivers, bro. And, they've got to get better on the offensive line. So I'm not surprised that Kelsey's going to play. That one doesn't shock me whatsoever. Now I think this is his last year. No matter what. I think he's in love.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think he's in love. I think he's got a $100 million podcast. You know what I mean? He's got commercials up the yin yang.
Him and his brother just are.
And he's going to end up marrying a woman that's got more money than God.
He can go out.
God can ask Taylor Swift for a loan.
And can go out on tour and just add to it.
Yeah.
Whenever.
Yeah.
Just
hang out on the tour and
we're down a couple million. No problem. I'll just a couple cities. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I mean, she'll never need money, bro.
I think that too, though, goes more for saying he wasn't going to go out like that. But if they would have won it,
maybe.
I think that might have been
maybe. But he signed a 2-year deal, so I kind of expected him to because I thought he was going to give up last year. That's where I was wrong. But I think he's kind of like, I'm going to give it this a 2-year run and then I'm done. And especially the way it ended this year, there's no way he can go out this way. If he would have won, then I might have agreed with people on that. Yeah. But when he went out this way, I'm like, nah. I think he's going to want to come back to try to end it with a win and then walk out with it. So I would imagine he'll be pretty pumped for next year. So we'll see if they can get it done. But that's one of the headlines right now. Outside of Popovich visiting the Spurs, won't return this season. The NFL salary cap is up to, let's put that up. We do have that. I forgot about that one. So the NFL salary cap now has gone up to $279.2 million. And there's the graph right there if you want to check it out. But it's quite a rise. I mean, dude, that's a lot of money to go up from 255 to 279, $21 million. And that's, all the streaming that you're adding. And remember, okay, Netflix now wants a Sunday. They're going to pay a lot of money for that Sunday. And the NFL is going to sell it to them. They don't give a shit. They know their product is so wanted that you will go get Prime, you will get Peacock, you will get Netflix, and you will watch. They know it. You're going to do whatever it is to get your fix. But that's $21 million, which, by the way, is a break for Chris Greer this offseason. In a year where he needs cap space and he needs to be creative and he needs to really knock it out of the park. Although I think Chris Greer will have a terrific offseason, I just think that Mike McDaniel's going to get up anyways. Should have won 3, 4, 5 more games last year with the talent you had. And you didn't because your head coach is not very good. What can I tell you, dude? But that's a hell of a climb this year for the cap. $21 million. And a hell of a break for the Miami Dolphins. Hell of a break for Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel in a season where they're probably trying to save their jobs. They need every break possible. All right? And we all need one break. Well, 2. We need Mike McDaniel to figure it out, which is a long shot. And then we need Tua to figure it out, which is another long shot that he's got to stop taking on contact. I don't know. These are things that I'm not even sure we can avoid, to be quite honest. But huge break for the Dolphins to get a pump in the cap of $21 million. That helps you in a big-time way. Ho Yoon, thank you, sir, for the love on Venmo. Damn, he says, for your trip. I appreciate that. He made the donation through Venmo instead of the other way. Thank you, sir. That is very kind of you, man. Very Ho Yoon, bro. One day I got to meet you, man, because you're there for us every week. You donate like on Monday or maybe Tuesday sometimes, right? There's always a donation from you every single week. And you heard about our trip to Spain, and now you send in a really generous donation on Venmo. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. You can use this QR code to send it directly into the GoFundMe page. So, you can help us get to Spain, or you can make it like Ho Yoon did. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you in a big time way. That's very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What else do we have? LeBron got $67 million this year to play 82 games, and $100 million per season is close. Yeah. But dude, LeBron plays. And he's old and he's got mileage on his body. I got nothing but respect for that man in that sense. What Jimmy Butler has done for 2.5 years, I have no respect for. None. You can't have somebody pay you and then you don't do the work. I had that issue here on this platform with someone that they weren't living up to their response, and that pissed me off. Still pissed to this day about it. So, I'm not big on that, dude. If you're getting paid, do the job. If you don't want to do the job, then leave the pay. But you're going to take the pay and not do the job? Yeah, no, that's not the way it goes. It's not the way it goes. So, yeah, I don't buy that, but I give him a lot of credit for that. All right, we're out of here. We thank, of course, Mr. Brunetti for making it nice and easy, as always, for broadcasting out here. Steve Calabro, the man, the myth, the legend. Hopefully we'll catch up next week with him. Hopefully he's taking advantage of that Ethereum dip. We thank, of course, the great Sean Stanley as always, making it happen for us, and we appreciate them. And thanks to everybody out here in the second floor, making it nice and easy for us to broadcast out here. Appreciate all of you, those of you that send in a donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Help us get to Spain. Also, you can make the donation there on the GoFundMe page. Appreciate that. As always, we shall see you tomorrow morning live from Acura of Pembroke Pines. Have a good one.
This is the Big O Show. This is the